the girl discovered that the CEO's jade pendant emitted a deadly aura. However, the CEO mistakenly thought the girl was interested in the jade pendant, worth millions of dollars. The girl explained that the jade pendant had been cursed. The evil energy was slowly corroding his heart. Within 3 days, he would experience heart failure and die suddenly. Since they had just gotten married, the girl didn't want to become a widow so soon. But the CEO didn't believe her words at all. She used her golden eyes to scan him and saw black smoke rising from his entire body. She immediately walked over to a phoenix tree. Using magic, she refined a leaf into a pill. After handing it to the CEO, she told him that this item could save his life in a critical moment. With that, the girl turned and left for the Antique Appreciation Conference. The CEO, although skeptical about the pill the girl gave him, still put it in his pocket. On his way to the company, he suddenly felt heart discomfort. After his assistant rushed him to the hospital, the doctor immediately issued a critical condition notice. The assistant remembered the pill the girl had given to the CEO. With the thought of the dead horses worth treating like a live one, he gave it to him. To their surprise, the CEO suddenly woke up. Having narrowly escaped death, the CEO completely believed the girl's words. He quickly pulled the jade pendant from his neck. Then, following the girl's previous instructions, he placed the jade pendant into the stone box to stop the fury emanating from the jade pendant, and ordered his assistant to take him to the Antique Appreciation Conference to find the girl. Meanwhile, the girl arrived at the Antique Appreciation Conference, hoping to find her long-lost parents through the live television broadcast. Unexpectedly, she bumped into a man on the way. The man noticed the jade pendant around her waist and found it familiar. He immediately called his boss, telling them that he had found the daughter they were looking for. Upon hearing that their daughter was at the Antique Appreciation Conference, the boss and his wife quickly rushed to the venue. After the Antique Appreciation competition began, each participant had to select an antique, which would then be appraised by senior experts to evaluate its value. The one with the highest value would win a $10 million prize, and become the exclusive appraiser for the company. However, the girl only cared whether her parents would see her. On the way to the conference, the wealthy couple saw two girls of similar age on the live broadcast. They weren't sure which one was their daughter, so they decided to go to the conference site first. At that moment, the girl and an old classmate chose the same Buddha head. Since the rules of the competition prohibited selecting the same antique, the old classmate had to choose another one. Then the experts began to appraise the antiques. The first 3 antiques were valued at less than $500,000. The expert immediately recognized that the antique chosen by the old classmate was unusual. It was finally appraised at $5 million, the highest value of any antique in the competition. When the expert came to appraise the Buddha head the girl had chosen, he found it too ordinary, estimating its value to be only $200,000, the lowest among all the antiques. Little did they know, this Buddha head was not as simple as it seemed. When the host was about to announce the old classmate's victory, the girl suggested the expert re-evaluate the Buddha head, stating that the expert's valuation was less than 1% of its actual worth. The girl's words immediately angered the expert, as he had decades of appraisal experience, and had rarely been wrong. Now, being questioned by a young girl was a huge blow to his pride.